Today, we need to examine a 39-part TikTok viral person called Reesa Teesa and her series on TikTok talking about who the fuck did I marry. We have to examine the harsh reality that this reveals about the people in our society today when it comes to how they deal and view and perceive men. We have a lot of hurt individuals walking around here with past traumas that haven't been healed yet, which they're trauma bonding on the internet, which is just giving them a cognitive bias to hold on to instead of healing the situation, learning what they did wrong, learning what people not to mess with, and just move on. So before we get into this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can support are in the description below. So Reesa Teesa, or Reesa Teesa, however her name is said, she has a series called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Basically breaking down this relationship that really, in all honesty, it revealed more how stupid she was than how clever this guy was. Because anybody with common sense, after the 10th part, you're like, you're an idiot, right? At certain parts in the series, you're not even worried about, what is he gonna do next? You're worried about how stupid she's gonna act. What excuse did she come up with to keep following the lies? Because that's how goofy the situation is. Anybody with logic or a clear mind could see right through his BS. But unfortunately, women with low self-esteem, women whose main goal was to just get a relationship because she couldn't achieve one regularly on her own, on a consistent basis, those women fall victim to guys that manipulate and lie like this on a consistent basis. When women say, I didn't love myself, sometimes they're telling the truth. Sometimes they're lying, but sometimes they're telling the truth. Because low self-esteem and not having self-respect makes you get into goofy situations like this. Now, what's the first thing has had this revealed, right? Because there's speculation that this whole story could be fabricated, made up. I mean, she's playing the victim. And she's getting, allegedly, this is a rumor, that she's getting trips, and she recently got awarded for doing absolutely nothing but just telling, a story, which may be valid, or it could be fabricated, a whole lie. We don't know at this point. Gifting her BMW, gifting her a BMW. So women have found a way to monetize the hatred of men. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say that there aren't some men in the world that ain't shit, that lie on a consistent basis. I'm sure the guy she was dealing with probably was a liar. But she, just like most women, they over exaggerate. as if they didn't have a role to play in the situation. How she said she was getting used and abused. How was she getting used and abused when the dude was paying for her whole bills and everything? So allegedly, this is how much big business this is whenever it comes to the monetizing the hatred of men. Allegedly, she made over 6 figures. Almost $500,000 just off of this 39-part series. That's how viral this series was. This was how easy and how these women were wanting to believe this narrative, which reveals the ultimate problem. There's so many women in today's feminized culture, strong and independent culture, that just automatically assumes guys ain't shit. All guys are liars. All guys are manipulators. All guys are out to get women and manipulate them and use them for their own benefits. Which is crazy to me, because as soon as you critique a woman, she'll be like, well, all women aren't like that. Well, why don't we say that? No, not all guys are like that. To discredit your argument, to disarm your argument. Just how when I critique women, I'm talking about a percentage of women. When you guys are talking about guys, you're talking about a small percentage of women. And one of the harsh realities that you women don't want to accept is some of you women actually like the toxic traits in a guy. You'll never admit it, but if you keep dealing with the same thing over and over and over again, there's something about you that keeps attracting that individual. Because if it was really a problem, you wouldn't keep attracting them. If it was really a problem, you wouldn't keep dating them. You would fix it immediately. This is how delusional, entitled, and how women lack the accountability to take up responsibility for their own actions. This confirmed from the support this show was getting, just how bad the perception of men has gotten in today's culture, which is just contributing even further to men dropping out of dating, dropping out of relationships. It's just contributing to that even more. Because why would you go somewhere where you're not celebrated? You're tolerated, but not celebrated. Why would you put up with disrespect on a consistent basis? We live in a very peculiar time right now. Because there's a higher percentage than it needs to be on both sides. Excuse me. When it comes to men dropping out and women not finding the majority of men attractive. We're in a peculiar time right now. Men and women are both just not doing it, not pursuing each other. This is how bad our culture is right now in the Western Hemisphere. So That's my video. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace.